thank you all for joining us this morning online and in the sanctuary. Your consciousness of love is indeed very palpable. This is the month of May, and we celebrate our nurturers, not those biological ones, but everybody, because each one of us has the opportunity to nurture the person coming into contact with us. And we get also to nurture our children. And wow, Liam, by the way, I'm so happy that our music ministries and the band is taking off. Liam plays the trap set as well, right? Good. Liam plays the trap set. And this morning, the trap set, the drums. Yeah. And his father played the guitar. So something is happening in that household, you see? So, so happy Mother's Day, everybody. All right? And welcome to our beloved temple, a lighthouse of collective consciousness revealing love, peace, joy, and prosperity to all. I want to thank Mrs. Faith Suku. I took the baton from her. Yeah, as I said, something special happening in that household, Jennifer. Trust me. She's grandmother. And we want to thank Mrs. Suku. She's part of that ministry that provides our creative, floral arrangements that nourish our souls in here. She's also a facilitator that inspires others to create possibilities for the transformation of their own lives. So thank you again, Mrs. Suku, because we are on par together at USC. I want to talk about this, and I'm thanking for that story about the hummingbird, because each one of us in our own way have something special to give to this world, no matter what it is. So just that little hummingbird that used to grace us up there. Yes, the same thing is our hummingbird. Okay. So, as I said before, we are all nurturers. We express this attribute in our own unique fashion, the ability to bring out the best in ourselves and the best in others. I want to explore that with us today because that is part of our spiritual journey. We get a chance and an opportunity to nurture our own souls and those who come into contact with us. And we must be reminded that our mental and emotional well-being, this is instrumental to our expression as spiritual beings on this plane of existence. So by whatever means, we must nurture and nourish those attributes that contribute to our sense of having this connection with our higher selves and with each other. So how do we start to pay attention to our mental and emotional needs? One way is to have an honest discussion with ourselves, observing how we show up in our world of expression. Do we feel appreciated? Or there's a sense of being lonely and isolated? Have you ever thought about what drains you? And in the other voice, what is it that nourishes you? Do you pay attention to those parts of yourself and do something about it? This morning, as Mrs. Suku pointed out, I am sharing thoughts on boundaries and their significance to our spiritual growth and maturity. Now, the setting of boundaries are part of self-care, and their maintenance that supports our developed sense of independence, strength, and stability. This is important in the lives of us as we foster healthy connections with all of life. The science of mind view boundaries as a concept not concerning with isolation. It's not a negative construct. It is about being active in cultivating positive mental patterns that sustain that sacred space within, that supports spiritual maturity, growth, and also keeps us fully aligned with our highest and best expression of the universal spirit of which we are incarnations of. So friends, we have to take this into consideration because the imperative behind the establishment of spiritual and mental boundaries is to allow the refinement of our experiences and our regeneration from a state of being that projects the beauty, the majesty, and the wholeness of the Spirit within us. Boundaries carve out within us a force field of love, non-judgment, and acceptance. We evolve and thrive and build loving relationships from this all-encompassing presence of God within us. We are the epitome of compassion and empathy, which permits us to see the goodness and the loving kindness of Spirit in events, persons, and situations. Yes, issues may arise, but we are strengthened and we will remain stable in the midst of all seeming dissonance and aberrations that may appear. Why? Our spiritual armor, with its breastplate of righteousness of the mind, will shield us at all times. Healthy thought patterns assist us in the cultivation of clarity, which produces authenticity in the treatment of our own needs and those of others without fear, while we remain grounded in faith. We use the law of mind constructively and efficiently to demonstrate life more abundantly for ourselves and others. Boundaries allow us to keep our hearts with all diligence, pure in our motive to recognize the presence of God in all of life's unfolding. And we learn to appreciate the boundaries set by others without feeling anything like we are being put upon. The fact is that it means acceptance and non-judgment. I am reminded of a quote from the book, The Gentle Art of Blessing by Pierre Predavon. And it says, "The principle of infinite harmony and love governing the universe is intensely concerned about your happiness and just will not let you go until you have reached total bliss and infinite fulfillment." End of quote. Total bliss and infinite fulfillment are not mere words, but it is for us to know that the achievement is possible for each one of us as we connect and commit to our spiritual practices that open the awareness to evolve as that which we were incarnated to be and do. To live in total bliss and infinite fulfillment is indeed our reality. It's the highest form of service, to truly give of our authentic selves, to live, move, and have our being in that universal Spirit of God. God in us, as us, is us. Our understanding and practice of truth principles is the expression of ourselves that we share with our world of affairs. Our prayer is who we are, and that is what we reveal to our world. As we practice the thought patterns, the subconscious mind that has life, that does not have life-affirming patterns, those are dissolved as we practice, and life-supporting mental patterns become established. Our brain supports repetition. An affirmation I share from Reverend Michelle's book, Inspiration in Small Doses, goes like this: "My search is over. I have discovered the great I am, and today I speak and live this reality in my experience, in every experience I have. I reflect on the I am as me in every way." I repeat it. My search is over. I have discovered the great I am, and today I speak and live this reality in every experience I have. I reflect on the I am as me in every way. End of quote. So let us repeat that together. I reflect on the I am as me in every way. I reflect on the I am as me in every way. In your heart, I reflect. Yes. So as we look at boundaries as indicators for self-love and respect, we create that sacred space for deepening our relationship with the indwelling presence of love. Our spiritual practice is now entered in with joy. We prepare with meditation. We use self-inquiry and journaling to allow insights into the spiritual inspirational readings that uplift our awareness. There's clarity as we delve into the deep metaphysical meaning behind what we absorb. So, friends, we have to place all exterior matters outside the door of the closet of our mind and open our hearts to a deeper relationship with our higher selves. This is integral to our growth, unfoldment, and maintaining our emotional maturity. Our emotional intelligence is so refined that as we release all old accumulations of thoughts that no longer serve our focus towards enlightenment and our self-care, now means that we support and honor our own values and their development, which is necessary for us to build new relationships with ourselves and with others. So, friends, we must respect our spiritual, mental, emotional, and physical state of existence. This is where contentment lies. If everything is on par, we will have this deep sense of contentment. And those of others who instantly come into our contact, they feel this sense of warmth and indeed that sense of belonging, which we just simply just radiate. Friends, our integrity is on the line here. If we do not spend time intimately with ourselves, then what will we share with others? We are also able to select with sincerity the thoughts, words, and actions that we share with others. In our engagement, we are sensitive to the needs of the moment and can give appropriate responses that are perfect to uplift and inspire others rather than the opposite. We speak our truth, inclusive of all who come into contact with us. We are a blessing to ourselves and to our world. Our conscious awareness is a tipping point that transforms and transcends. Each one of us, wherever you put yourself, that consciousness will either tip the situation into something that uplifts and transcends. We are love made manifest. So let us live from that force field of love, which automatically deflect what is not in the interest of our well-being. That is what boundaries do. We can protect that sense of well-being within us. If you think about it, our cellular membrane, it lets in what it is to let for our nutrition, and it keeps out what we don't need. So it's not that boundaries is something, unique. It is something that we practice in our own bodies. We just need to bring it forth in our minds. So yes, as I said, our state of being is always in alignment with principle. So therefore, the very environment that we live in is a benediction to others. And we carry that environment wherever we find ourselves. Our professional and indeed our personal connections improve as we grow spiritually. We are lights unto our world. We shine and allow others to shine their own glory of the spirit within. Yes, there are others who feel they have to speak their truth loudly. That is their way to express the presence in them. But there are those among us who work behind the scenes in a calm and powerful manner. Persons flock to them as they allow the love within them to attract persons who they can bless by not speaking a word, because their vibratory energy soothes, heals, and uplifts. These individuals listen to their own lives as they pay close attention to the vibes that they radiate. They listen keenly and are able to perceive quickly the significance of circumstances, situations, and conditions. And they are able to apply the remedy necessary to dissolve and transform into a new way of being without fanfare. Have you ever declared a spiritual health day and just experienced a day dedicated to the clearing of clutter, congestion, and conflict within? We start off by meditation or just simply sit in the silence and surrender. Then we affirm or release from unproductive and non-essential thoughts. Think about that. I share this from a quote I have adapted from spiritual motivational coach Iyanla Vanzant, and I quote, "Let today be the day that you develop a plan to clear your mind of clutter, congestion, and conflict. It is called a spiritual health plan. Free your mind of unproductive, non-essential, and potentially hazardous thoughts about yourself, others, and your life. This is called spiritual health refinement. Clear out all grudges, lay down all burdens, heal all wounds, and settle all debts. This is called spiritual health freedom. You can use this day to abandon all anger, defy the defeat, forego the fear, and get rid of all guilt. Shatter the shame. This is called spiritual health development. End of quote. So our call to action. Let us select a day to clean and clear away the mental and physical clutter. I've started. And let the light of truth in and saturate our very being. Friends, we are now immersed in an awareness of our true selves, love made manifest. Let us declare a day that honors our self-care and make our well-being a priority. We practice self-love, embrace our individuality as we seek to nurture ourselves and others. We create a sacred space within to support our growth while honoring others with love, respect, and appreciation. Our boundaries now allows full integration, infinite fulfillment, and total bliss as we live and radiate the beauty and wholeness which is our true nature. This is spiritual insurance, and it is free. So friends, have a happy, joy-filled, nurturous day. Namaste.